Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Are you a fan of local wine, craft beer, cider, or spirits? Don't miss SIP Nebraska's 12th anniversary celebration, May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park, and join others who share your passion for great drinks. Enjoy unlimited tastings, live music, delicious food, artisans, and lawn games as you celebrate Nebraska's vibrant beverage industry. And when you find one you love, you can buy a bottle to take home. Choose your ticket package at sipnebraska.com. The SIP Nebraska Spring Festival, a Blur event, May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park in Ashland.
Cinco de Mayo is May 5th, but the party starts early this year at Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina with their street festival on Saturday, May 3rd. Come down to 8th and Q starting at 1 p.m. on May 3rd and see llamas from Sweet and Sassy's Llama Farm until 4 p.m. and enjoy face painting and balloon animals with Miss Shades at 2 p.m. DJ Wyatt will entertain from 6 to 10:30 p.m. There will be drinks, food, and giveaways, and best of all, no cover charge. It's the early Cinco de Mayo Street Festival with Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina, Saturday, May 3rd, beginning at 1 p.m. at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza. The big one. All the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershan Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershan Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown.
Husker Hall of Famer Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Turn me up, Bob. All right, welcome to the Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket. This is the fastest 2 hours in radio, and we are ready to have a rock'em sock'em show today. We're going to talk about the NBA. We're going to talk about the NFL. We're going to talk college football. We're going to talk guys who got snubbed from the NFL. So let's get this show rocking. I got the captain, Vershan Jackson. It's me, Terrell Farley, the black shirt, and we got Bob in the house. And we are powered
by.
My mic's not on. Power.
Infrastructure.
Power.
Underground.
Brand.
Excavating.
All right, Vershan, get yourself over here. Let's get ready to rumble. All right, Bob, give it to me. You know where we're starting off at today.
Bigger than 5. 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 Bigger than 5.
It don't matter. Divorce court, child support, Lou Dort.
Bigger than 5.
OKC, KFC, UFC.
Bigger than 5.
It doesn't matter. Chris Paul, Jake Paul, Logan Paul.
Bigger than 5.
Serge Ibaka, Chewbacca, Waka Flocka.
Bigger than 5.
All right, let's get ready for the NBA. We got OKC. That's 4-0. We don't have to worry about that one no more. About John Morant can go rest his ankle or whatever was hurting on. That series right there was no contest for OKC right there over the weekend.
Yeah, quick sweep there. Grizzlies, like you said, if John Morant maybe had been healthy, he feels they could have been competitive in that series. But Thunder, obviously, 14 losses throughout the season, one of the best regular seasons we've seen of all time. Not regarded that way because they're young, maybe don't have as much star power. SGA certainly could win MVP this year. That could help. But, yeah, they're moving on. All
right. Cleveland 138, Miami Heat 93. Cleveland wins the series 4-0. Cleveland, Donovan Mitchell, 22 points, 5 rebounds. Evan Mobley, the 6-man. Was he the defensive player of the year, wasn't he, Bob?
Well, they're still doing the voting on that.
What was he the 6-man? He won something postseason award, but he had 17.7 rebounds.
Yeah, and this one was ugly. It's obviously, I mean, you said 93. It's actually 83. 138 to 83.
Ooh, I gave him 10 points.
Yeah, it was ugly. Obviously the Heat this year after trading Jimmy Butler wasn't going to have a championship team. They did limp into the playoffs with the losing record, and the Cavs took care of them. But you'd like to think on your last straw, like your last chance to win, you'd be able to put up a better fight than that.
All right. Game 3 from the other night. Rockets 106, Warriors 109. Warriors 3-1 lead in this. Rockets 4 different players in double figures. Didn't have the 8 players dressed, Bach. Kind of low on who was available. Rockets, Jimmy Butler, 27 points, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Curry, 17 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler's going to make all the difference here. I think they won a game in the series without him, but for this playoff run will definitely be interesting. This one came down to the final couple possessions. They decided to go ISO on Draymond Green. That's not a good idea. That guy's a multi-time defensive player of the year. So he locked up the Rockets offensive player. Jimmy skyrocketed for the rebound, and the rest was history there. Didn't even necessarily have to have a good game from Steph Curry in this one to take that 3-1 lead. Again, it's kind of interesting because the Rockets were the 2 seed, but they weren't necessarily favored, right? The Warriors are the opposite of the Heat. When they got Jimmy Butler, okay, all of a sudden that kind of put them on a different level above what their seeding would be. So looks like they are going to, they're likely going to win that series now up 3-1.
All right, 4 games slated for tonight, Bach. Starting with the Bucks versus the Pacers. Indiana, 3-1 lead. Pistons versus the Knicks. New York with a 3-1 lead. Magic versus the Celtics. Boston with a 3-1 lead. And Clippers, Nuggets. Later tonight, tied up at 2 apiece. Now, Tuesday, what's the day? Tuesday?
Yep.
Wednesday game, the Lakers. Not in 5. Probably in 7.
Lakers, if they lose tomorrow, it's the Lakers in 5, but the opposite way, they lost in 5.
Buck, I watched this game the other day. They was up. How many minutes was it? Like, it was less than 2 minutes?
No.
They was up by like 6 or 7. What happened?
LeBron James happened. That's what happened. Your buddy.
I don't even know the guy.
LeBron James happened. I sent that to you guys. Is he over 7 years? You got a bubble championship in 7 years with LeBron James. LeBron James can have all the stats in the world. Guess when he falls apart?
Clutch time.
When it's in the clutch, when it matters. Where is LeBron James when all the lights are on? Everybody knows that you're going to get the ball. See, that's what made Michael Jordan great. That's what made Kobe Bryant great. Everybody in the gym knew who was going to get the ball, and we were going to score it.
Well, I think LeBron is taking a backseat to Luka, and he needs to because the kid is look. He needs to. A 40-year-old man versus a 20-something-year-old man. Is there
any reason for LeBron James to be laughing down the stretch?
Well,
with the other team, I'm just wondering. It's the playoffs.
Well,
Do you ever think you'll see Kobe laughing with the other team? Michael Jordan laughing with the other team down the stretch?
I don't know. It's probably some film somewhere you can find.
I'm saying down the stretch, really? Do you not think that these guys have a wherewithal within themselves and a killer mentality? If we was in a game with Miami and it was 2 minutes to go and we was down 2 or up 2, do you actually think that during the timeout we'd be over there talking to them?
Oh no! I mean that's
what I'm saying though.
Well, that's the NBA. They close. They're right here. Like you're on the like.
Is it the NBA?
It's like this. Hey.
No. Is it the NBA or is it LeBron James' inability to be clutch and to be he is not the GOAT. And don't you come in here and say it ever again. He's not the GOAT.
He's the GOAT of this generation.
No, he's not.
You have GOATs in
he's not.
Each generation.
No, he's not.
When you say that, Bob?
No, he's not.
Well, the GOAT is supposed to be the greatest of all time.
But
so tell him again, Bach.
It's a generational thing, Bach, when I say that, because
it's not a generational thing.
For us, Bach, for us, it was,
Who's the greatest football team of all time in college?
Nebraska.
Okay, can you have Alabama and
Well,
Miami? I didn't say whether they were mentioned or not. I said
no, there's been other teams that have been named in front of us. We're not the overall champions of that, but because you got the 2001 Miami, who's been considered the greatest team of all time. Also, you have the 2019 LSU, who's been also named.
Turn his mic down.
The 2019, who's also been named one of the greatest teams of college football.
But if I'm asking you specifically,
you
who's the greatest team?
I'm going to be biased
time?
Because I'm going to say Nebraska.
I know.
But if you ask somebody at LSU, they're going to say LSU. If you ask somebody in Miami, if you go ask Willis McGahee, the fifth right now, his dad, who's the best team of all-time college football, who you think he going to say, Bob?
I say 01 Hurricane.
Yeah. So don't.
Whatever, dude. Don't try to change the subject. The point of the matter is the GOAT means the greatest of all time. That means you're better than Michael Jordan, correct? That means you're better than Kobe Bryant, correct? Ain't that what we're talking about, Bach, or no?
The GOAT, greatest of all time, yeah.
Do we not compare a LeBron James to being the greatest of all time? Don't some people say that?
But if you didn't see LeBron.
I'm asking you.
But here's the thing.
Do people call him the greatest of all time?
Yes.
Okay. So then if that's the case, what makes him the greatest of all time? Is it his stats?
Could be. All-time leading scorer in the NBA.
But that's it?
No, not just that. He's won championships in multiple places.
Okay. How many?
Several championships.
How many has he won at the Lakers?
One.
When?
The bubble championship.
Okay.
It's a championship. It's not a bubble championship. It's still considered.
It's a bubble championship.
I'm a Celtics fan, so I call it a Mickey Mouse championship.
Straight Mickey Mouse championship. It's only like 33 games.
If you ask a kid who's 10 years old, who's going to be their GOAT?
Well, they'll choose. There's generations. I get your argument.
It's generation. It's a generation.
Hold up a second. A kid that's 10 years old can't answer that question because he don't know nothing about basketball. All he can tell you is what he sees on highlights and what mom and dad is saying to little Johnny. They can't. They cannot sit there and tell you who and logically give you a reason as to why this particular person is the best player in the league.
In my mind, the GOAT conversation is supposed to kind of stop the generation argument and say, okay, yeah, your generation likes this guy, my generation likes that guy, but who's the GOAT? Right? Like, who is the greatest of all time? When you start throwing around multiple GOATs, then there's no reason for that kind of takes away from the singular greatest of all time.
It's like rock. What's that thing that they have? The president thing?
Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, it's like that. It's you got 4 presidents you could choose and say, okay, these are the GOATs of the president. You can have 4.
I like how you changed the narrative.
Basketball
I like how
players.
you changed that.
You got 4 basketball players up there. Kobe, LeBron, Michael. And you could probably put who else, Bob?
Oh, I mean, people would argue Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Will Chamberlain.
Stop, guys, stop.
So you put them,
you can't.
Magic
Yeah, you
Johnson.
guys sound just as you sound just like Adam Carricker saying that 100 guys can whoop a gorilla. You can't do it.
you can't.
You can't.
I told him that.
You can't do it.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. You can't have Shaq and all these other guys be the GOAT. They're not. Michael Jordan's still the GOAT until he's dethroned. Kobe was close, didn't get there.
Why is Kobe not closer?
I said he was close. He didn't get
to
there.
some people, Kobe is the GOAT.
That's not.
You act like people don't have a choice.
Give it to me. Give it to me in facts.
Facts.
Give me facts that why Kobe is the better than Michael Jordan, please.
How many championships?
Don't start
Kobe
that
won,
championship
Bob?
conversation.
How many won?
He
didn't
won 5.
win enough.
He didn't win 6.
Okay, with one team.
Yeah.
Don't matter.
All right. Okay. So you said, Mike, how many did Robert Horry win?
I'm not talking. This ain't about championships.
How
Where's
many
you going
Robert
with
Horry
this?
win?
Oh, like 6 or 7. I
Yeah,
think.
we can call him
Where
to
are you
go.
going
One
with
we
this?
call him
How?
to go. It's who people
Robert-
like. It's
No,
not. It's who you like.
It's not about liking.
It's not.
No, it's not.
Who you
Nebraska. Everybody likes Nebraska. In the last 10 years of Nebraska football, you can't call them nowhere near the GOAT. So you telling me because we like Nebraska, we're gonna say a team that's guard? No, the team that's good is usually the team that you call the GOAT because they've been not only good, they're dominating everybody across for them. You can't stop them. You know the 32 trap is coming, but Corey Schlesinger is still busting for 80. You know the pitch is coming. You know the option is coming, but T. Frey still pitch it out there to Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, and we down the sideline for 50. You know the play action 47 dive pass to the lay flat is coming, but you can't stop it. Next thing you know, the tight end's running wide open. I don't
When
know.
have you seen a
I'm
tight
just
end running
simply
wide open? Don't you make that up.
Not anymore. My point is when the GOATs were playing, the team of 95, we had them running wide open all the time. Hold up a second. You play defense. Now, let me get back to this gorilla thing real quick. Tell you my gorilla story and how I know that you have no chance in me being the 100th person in a room full of one gorilla and 100 of us. I am in the corner piling the bodies on top of me. Hopefully when he gets done, they open the door, however he got in and he walks out, I slide out, and I'm the victor. 99 fools that thought that they can whoop a gorilla. Now, let me give you my gorilla story. When I used to coach, when I was in recruiting, working for Bo Pelini, we went to Henry Doorly Zoo. But it was different. We got a behind-the-scenes look at everything. The penguins, how they feed them. So we go to the gorilla enclosure. Probably the same gorilla that got a little upset about the kids hitting the window that broke the deal. But anyway, we're in there. They give you Skittles to throw to the gorilla. It's only one. He's in there by himself. That should tell you something.
He eats Skittles?
Yes.
Okay.
He's in there by himself. Right? So they're throwing Skittles. And keep in mind, you know, the numbers, it's only 1% of us. So I might only been one of 2 or one of 3 black people there. Okay. Out of the group, maybe 4. Okay. But I was kind of the biggest one at the time. And the guide, she kept telling me, step back. She kept telling me to step back. And I got irritated because I'm like, why you ain't telling everybody else to step back? Why you keep picking me out the bunch, telling me to step back away from the window? I wasn't feeding it nothing. I wasn't doing anything. I was just kind of close. This thing would run over. He'd be just, you wouldn't even, eating one at a time. Big old thing, picking up one, eating at a time. Steady easing over to the window. Eating one at a time. I think she asked me one more time. This is why I said we got to listen. To step back. I didn't step back. And that gorilla, in an instant, and I'm not talking, I had time to move. If he was from where Bach was to me, I was dead. You hear me? I'm talking, he went, and in an instant, he hit right where I was standing, the steel and I felt it in my entire body. I saw myself fold like a little bitty baby, man. I could not, scared the bejesus out of me. Now listen to me. You can't win. You can't win. It hit that thing so hard that the first person that it would hit, it would kill you no matter where it hit you.
Well, you have to sacrifice some guys. I
Who?
Out of those 100, I'm just saying, for 100 guys to defeat Gorilla,
Bruh.
you're going to have to sacrifice at least 10 guys.
Yeah. 10?
You got to have,
What are you talking about? Did you hear what I just said to you?
Bob, you got to
within 1 second, he went from 5 feet to not just coming over by it. We're talking striking. And I'm telling you, listen, man, Bud Crawford's a friend of mine. I've seen people get blown out of their body by right hands, beat up. I've seen all of this before growing up in the mean streets of the projects, okay? I've seen live fist fights. There is not a soul in the world, not 100 of us. We better have weapons that could take on a gorilla. It ain't happening.
I'm just saying, you have to.
A silverback?
You're going to have to sacrifice at least
When
20.
last time you been to the zoo?
Right before Willie B died.
Did you go see the gorilla?
Willie B. Do you know who Willie B is?
He must be the oldest gorilla that was there.
Willie B.
That's the old guy.
Willie B is the.
How big was he?
He was humongous.
Okay.
He was a silverback.
Okay, so what? 8 feet?
Huh?
8 feet, maybe.
Probably something like that.
Maybe 600-700 pounds.
Yeah.
And you telling me that 100 men? First of all, I want to know who them 100 men is. Give me 10 men that's willing. Give me 10 that's willing to get in a cage with a gorilla.
Well, where's the number stop though? 200 men? Could that do it? 1,000 men certainly would beat a gorilla.
You got to have 1,000 people with the heart to do it. When the first guy his whole skeleton gets punched out of him, do you actually think they've never seen that before? When the whole head is snatched off, what do you think, Bob? What would you do if you saw that?
Well, hopefully, if you're in the back of the 1,000, you don't see it. You just push the crowd forward.
Oh, you just keep pushing.
Yeah, just keep pushing.
Yeah, I don't know when you. I guess if you could doggy paddle them, you might have a chance. I fear for the person on the bottom.
Oh yeah, there's
right?
definitely going to be casualties.
Well, yeah, dude, it's just not happening, man.
Willie B lived. He lived 42 years.
Did they tell you how big Willie B was?
Zoo was this?
He was a 42-year-old when he died.
Where was he at?
He was in Atlanta Zoo.
Okay, in Atlanta.
He was a Western lowland gorilla who lived in Atlanta Zoo. He was famous.
You didn't answer the question.
Huh?
You didn't answer the question.
Yeah.
You avoided the question
I'll
like the play.
out.
No, the question was, and I'll repeat it to you again. I ain't talking about no old dude that's 42 years old that's chilling at the end of life.
I bet you
I'm talking about,
Omaha
excuse me,
the
sir.
same way, huh?
I bet you not. Excuse me, sir. I said, when was the last time you went to Henry Dorley Zoo?
I've never been to their zoo.
You might want to go. And then answer this gorilla question. But I was listening to that and I just could not. There's just no way. Not a real one. Not the one that I saw. Yeah. Not behind the scenes and how big. And like I said, he punched steel. I think you guys are missing the point. He didn't punch into wood. He didn't punch into even this kind of surface. He punched steel. Okay? Now, I don't know which one of you guys think that you could hold up against steel. You? You think you could take a punch?
No.
There's no way.
I'm 50. Almost.
If you was 22, you couldn't take a punch from a silverback.
Well, we have Willie B. Jr. He's a silverback. He weighs 390 right now, Bob. So
390.
390.
Willie B?
Willie B. Jr.
Oh, Willie B. Jr.
Yeah, then we got Willie B. the third, too.
Well, you're always trying to compete with somebody about, you don't even go to Georgia. You always hollering about Atlanta this, Georgia that, Columbus this, Atlanta us. We got one drafted. You ain't got none drafted. You in Nebraska. Adopt where you at. See that Husker stuff you got on? You got a black shirt. You didn't get it from Georgia. You see them shoes? You got them from the Huskers. Throw Georgia out your
Don't
mind.
matter where you at. It's matter what you do.
92.7 the ticket. It's the Captain Show. We'll be right back.
Get ready for the largest dirt late model event in Nebraska, race fans. The Lucas Oil Late Model Dirt Series is heading to Eagle Raceway's High Bank Heist on Thursday, May 15th through Saturday, May 17th. See the greatest dirt late model stars in the country compete for $10,000 to win on both Thursday and Friday, and an enormous $50,000 to win 75-lap main event on Saturday. The High Bank Heist, May 15th through May 17th at Eagle Raceway. For more info, visit eagleraceway.com. Let's go Lucas Oil Late Model Racing. Eagle Raceway, just 10 miles east of Lincoln on O Street. Delicious, decadent, scrumptious, delightful. What other words can I use to describe something so tasty? How about heavenly? Chef Bob Haney created heavenly waffles to be incredibly fluffy, packed with protein, and loaded with a plethora of angelic toppings to elevate your experience beyond the typical waffle and syrup. Don't just take our word for it. You can experience heavenly waffles for yourself this Wednesday, April 30th from 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. only at the 93.7 The Ticket Studios located at 1040 O Street in Lincoln.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law Group and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Nebraska Veterans Aid is here for veterans and dependents facing unforeseen financial emergencies. Get assistance with food, fuel, shelter, clothing, transportation, and even funeral and medical expenses. If you're a veteran facing a financial emergency, apply for Nebraska Veterans Aid through your county veteran service officer. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/NVA. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com. Spring is here. It's time to get back outside and into proper shoes this year. Brown's Shoe Fit is the place to buy this spring with their sale on athletic shoes. Get $15 off any regular priced athletic shoes with respected brands like Hoka, Brooks, New Balance, and On Running. And don't forget, Brown's carries a large arrangement of sizes and widths to fit your feet properly. Start your spring off right at Brown's Shoe Fit, just south of 66th and Q in Lincoln.
Cinco de Mayo is May 5th, but the party starts early this year at Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina with their street festival on Saturday, May 3rd. Come down to 8th and Q starting at 1 p.m. on May 3rd and see llamas from Sweet and Sassy's Llama Farm until 4 p.m. and enjoy face painting and balloon animals with Miss Shades at 2 p.m. DJ Wyatt will entertain from 6 to 10:30 p.m. There will be drinks, food, and giveaways, and best of all, no cover charge. It's the early Cinco de Mayo Street Festival with Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina, Saturday, May 3rd, beginning at 1 p.m. at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Hello. Thank you.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela. They let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh, wait, you already did.
Visit allofiber.com to switch today.
Back with Vershan Jackson. Powered by Bauer. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, welcome back to 93.7 The Ticket, the fastest 2 hours in radio. Let's get some of these comments. Bach right here. Jesse says, a gorilla doesn't have his endurance. After it kills the first 20 or 30 men, it would be too tired to fight, and the other men would take over. Kind of like what you guys did to teams in the fourth quarter back in the 90s. So, yeah, you should. Like that, I should have read that one for Vershan, so I should have saved that one. Gus Mohawk, I'm dying. You guys could have a podcast and not talk about sports, and it would be super entertaining. But the sports talk is good. LOL. Love the show, fellas. Thank you, Gus. Need some crazy people to fight a gorilla. You do. You do. We're sacrificing a bunch of VJs, Eric says. 402, first time caller, 6290, first time text, Glavin from Brookings, been listening to the show for a year and a half, and it's the end of April, and guys need to take down the Christmas lights and get themselves some halo lights. They are all, I don't know about what this is. What
he's upset people still have Christmas lights out. Are you anti Christmas lights throughout the year?
Yeah. I hate to see people with Christmas lights up still in July.
What if it's just like the white lights? It's not colorful.
I have white lights on my on my patio. Not my patio, but it's a deck on my deck. So I have lights on my deck.
You're not against that.
No, I'm not against that, but I'm against red light and blue lights like that.
Fair enough.
Yeah, if I drive down the street and your house is still lit up, yeah, of course. I'll probably egg you. Now I'm just playing, but who knows?
That's not the Christmas spirit.
I like this one from Cupster right here. He says, and this is what I want us to do, Bob. We're going to do this one. Read that one, Bob. Let's go.
It says, pick one goat from each sport. That's a Mount Rushmore of sports. So it says baseball, basketball, football, and hockey.
All right, Bob. Hockey. Who just broke the record? Wayne Gretzky record.
Yeah, I'd still go with Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, I'm going with Wayne Gretzky still. Football, the GOAT. Walter Payton.
Yeah?
The GOAT.
Certainly could go that route. I'd go Tom Brady.
Basketball. Michael Jordan.
Yeah. Yeah, won't go away from that.
Baseball. Now that's, let's see. Jackie Robinson, Hank Aaron, Babe Ruth.
Yeah.
I'll go with Babe Ruth.
Yeah. The baseball is kind of tough. I wonder what a general consensus would be. But you threw out some good names there, yeah.
Yeah, what about you, Bob?
Yeah, like I said, I kind of threw my names out there for everything except for baseball. Gosh, that's just tough to pick, the GOAT of baseball. Because, pitching is wildly different than hitting. But, like a Willie Mays, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many different ways you can go.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard to go with a pitcher as your GOAT of the, of the Major League Baseball. That's the conversation we have to have a baseball great in. Not even Nick Sainert can answer that question. And he's a baseball guy.
Well, they might be able to. We'll have to wait and see. I know that they're working on him and Austin are going to do a new baseball show, so that'll be pretty exciting.
Yeah. Husker P says a man cannot hurt a gorilla. All right, we get it. But this, we get it. I just don't promote violence. I can tell you plenty of ways to get a gorilla on the ground, but I don't promote violence. So
are you not conceding defeat there? You still think the men could win?
Huh?
You still think the men could win?
Yeah.
Yeah.
if we go in the right way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
battle strategy.
Yeah. You ever seen Planet of the Apes? Hey.
Yeah.
I was just saying. Terrell doesn't like red and blue lights. Sounds like he just doesn't like the cops. Well, I don't like. Well, who doesn't like red and blue lights, especially at night? So, guess goats of baseball. I would have to go by position. Yeah, that's too many positions. So I don't even catcher. Hard one.
Well, in baseball, it's just they're protective of their stats. The eras are quite a bit different. Like, if you have somebody that's pretty juiced up and you want to put in a next, put something next to their name as far as they don't count quite as much or whatever it might be, fine. But they were still the numbers were still there. They still put out like Barry Bonds. Yeah, put an asterisk next to the name all you want. That guy hit a lot of home runs.
What does baseball rank out of all the sports that we have? I mean, what does it rank?
Yeah,
I know it'd be football, college football, basketball, college basketball.
Well, it's America's pastime. It's tough to see like TV numbers.
I'm just not. I don't know where. What would you rank it at, Bob?
That's tough to say. Like you said, I think football is overwhelmingly the winner right here. Obviously, the NFL, we see that year in and year out. And if you separate college football from that, then that's generally number 2. From there, I think baseball, I'd have to double check. I think the World Series is pretty competitive as far as like the NBA Finals would be as well. So, yeah, I mean, I could put it in there. I think it'd probably be above college basketball at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So probably third best sport.
Yeah, could see it.
Yeah, I can give it that. I'm just saying. All right, Bach. I'm trying to wait for the captain so we can hit this next thing. But what do you got till he come back? We've
got a few things. I just wanted to at least mention a couple of the transfer portal additions at Nebraska. I shouldn't say additions, but Nebraska players going into the transfer portal want to get lost of that. So Ian Flint, David Borkers, Hayes Miller, and Evan Taylor all entering the transfer portal today. We already knew from yesterday, or I believe it was late yesterday at least, that Grant Segrin would also enter the transfer portal, as well as Nico Automanelli. So we're seeing a few of those spots, even though the 105 is not in cement, set in stone. Seems like a few players who had battled it out. And again, give these guys credit because there was certainly an opportunity to transfer before. These guys likely wanted to stick it out through spring, see if they could make a mark and see where they could move up in the depth chart. Maybe didn't quite go as they wanted to, and now are pursuing other opportunities. And we'll see. We'll have to see what kind of happens from here. See if there's a whole lot more. And again, the other thing is, we mentioned it before, the transfer portal closed last Friday, so there must be some sort of extension for Nebraska who played through Saturday.
Yeah, you got to have some type of extension. I gathered some information about college football team was the most draft picks in 25. Ohio State, 14 picks. UGA, 13 picks. University of Texas, 12 picks. University of Oregon, 10 picks. Ole Miss, 8 picks. Bama, 7 picks. Notre Dame, 6 picks. Bob, if we want to be one of these teams, not in this group, but we have to get ourselves in the mix with these teams to have a great college football career, success at Nebraska. Nebraska is getting there. We're not there yet, but we're inching there year by year. Starting off with 2 this year. Now, if we can go up, sneak and get 4 next year, and then get 7, 6, we back in the seat. But for right now, with 2, we're at the, let's say, MEAC kind of conference there with that many players.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. When I look at the numbers too, I mentioned this the other day, but I'll say it again. So, like you said, Ohio State had 14 in this draft. Nebraska has had 13 total in the last 9 drafts.
Yeah.
So that kind of tells you the separation there. I mean, that's hard to, and yet still was able to play Ohio State on the field. But when you think about routinely throughout a season, putting this together and getting wins, that's going to show up and make it quite a bit of difference. I do think there are a lot of draft eligible players on the roster this year, next year, that could be drafted. So that will be interesting. But even as you go through those numbers and you want to be number one, obviously, you want to have the top picks, like even Texas, a program as big as Texas, who I think you said was like third or fourth on that list, that set a program record there. So, I mean, some of these numbers that the teams have been throwing out is incredible. Now, part of that probably due to the modern world where, the Georgias of the world get players that maybe would otherwise be drafted out of, wherever they're transferring in from. You have so much transfer portal movement toward the top teams. So that's probably factoring in there. But yeah, Nebraska in just comparison to those is just a long ways away. And I think next year, as we start to see, these were still Frost players, and Matt Rule was careful to note that and appreciates Coach Frost and his staff for bringing those guys in. As we kind of get more into the Rule era, hopefully we'll see routinely more guys go in. Now, I was a little bit surprised he had 4 guys invited to the combine. The reason why I was a little bit surprised, we saw play out of the NFL draft. Not all those guys were drafted, but it is better to have more guys to the combine. So again, we're taking steps, like you said, forward. They're not direct, drastic steps to where Nebraska should be competing for the championship next year. But that's the level you need to be competing for championship.
But as a young athlete, and you look at this, you're a young kid coming out of high school. You look at this, the NIL's there. But when you look at all these draft picks, this makes the pick more easier to go to a school like Ohio State, Georgia, Texas, Oregon, Ole Miss. These schools are putting out top-notch numbers every year, not just 2 or 4 a year. They're putting out 14 in one draft, Bob. And like you said, Nebraska 13 in 9 years.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah, and to be fair, too, I'm sure where those Ohio State players were picked would be a well over where the Nebraska players were picked throughout those drafts either, because Nebraska's had trouble getting into the top rounds.
All right, this is the Captain Show. This is the fastest 2 hours in radio. We'll be right back right after these messages.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT, from cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air,
and Electrical.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at gainatrucking.com.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Cinco de Mayo is May 5th, but the party starts early this year at Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina with their street festival on Saturday, May 3rd. Come down to 8th and Q starting at 1 p.m. on May 3rd and see llamas from Sweet and Sassy's Llama Farm until 4 p.m. and enjoy face painting and balloon animals with Miss Shades at 2 p.m. DJ Wyatt will entertain from 6 to 10:30 p.m. There will be drinks, food, and giveaways, and best of all, no cover charge. It's the early Cinco de Mayo Street Festival with Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina, Saturday, May 3rd, beginning at 1 p.m. at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law Group and find out how we can help get you the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. 877-42-LIBERTY. Liberty Law Group. Trial attorneys you can trust.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and they're having the biggest hail sale they've ever had. A huge opportunity is at your front door right now. Some of these cars we're fixing, some we're not, and some it's totally up to you. New Sierra starting at $15,000 off list. New Canyons at $8,500 off list. New body styles on the Acadias, $3,000 off list. You need to hurry as there's going to be a lot of people heading to Louisville. Check us out at CoppellCars.com. Stock numbers G121492, G187747, and G196599.
You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake.
Fight fans, May 3rd, Dynasty Combat Sports hosts the first bare-knuckle boxing bout ever at Pinnacle Bank Arena, pitting Lincoln's Tower Robinson against McCook's Thomas Thatcher. Additionally, MMA bouts will see champion Nate Morrow battle Nebraska City's Brett Minner. University of Nebraska wrestler Tyler Berger makes his pro MMA debut, and Hunter Green takes on Husham Zadow for the amateur featherweight title. Also, professionals Brady Minner, Sean Lindgren, Justin Weaver, and the debut of another Nebraska wrestler, Bubba Wilson. 16 fights are scheduled Saturday, May 3rd at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Fight cards subject to change. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or at the Pinnacle Bank Arena box office.
Are you a fan of local wine, craft beer, cider, or spirits? Don't miss SIP Nebraska's 12th anniversary celebration, May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park, and join others who share your passion for great drinks. Enjoy unlimited tastings, live music, delicious food, artisans, and lawn games as you celebrate Nebraska's vibrant beverage industry. And when you find one you love, you can buy a bottle to take home. Choose your ticket package at sipnebraska.com. The SIP Nebraska Spring Festival, a Blur event, May 9th and 10th at Mahoney State Park in Ashland.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Back with Vershan Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah, come on, what, yeah, we go, yeah, What? I didn't do that. Here you go, right here. That's it right there. Here you go, buddy. You in there? Good job. 93.7 The Ticket, the Captain Show, fastest 2 hours in radio is churning on. We're going to read a couple of these. I'm going to steal his computer. I got a good question. How many Mike Tysons would it take to beat up a gorilla? Many answers. How many Mike Tysons will it take to win against a gorilla? 50? I don't think 10's got it. 10 is not going to work. 50 Mike Tysons. Maybe
Prime Mike Tyson.
No, I'm saying the Evander Holyfield ear chomping Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
I think you might have a chance because it's going to take a savage. Okay? Period. So there's your question. Husker P says a man cannot hurt a gorilla. Period. All right, hold on a minute. Here goes Danico. He says, I got a list. I got a list to fight the gorilla. Mike Riley, Scott Frost, Bill Callahan, Sean Eichhorst, and Trev Hours and Bill Moose. Is that a good group? I would love to see that group go against the gorilla. I'm just reading your deal. He's fighting for his life. Chubby Rhino said depends on what he's fighting for. Money or his life. Do you think Mike Tyson fight harder for his money or his life?
I think anybody fights harder for their life.
Well, give me 50 Mike Tysons. I might, and even then, I don't know if I would take that. I just don't know. I think I might I'll pass on that deal. I would be. It's just not worth it. But anyway, Terrell, I want to ask you this, and I'll ask Bach first because I know where you're gonna come from, Terrell. Again, we asked this yesterday, but I want to because I've been doing a deep dive into why people feel like Shedeur Sanders slid. So I'm going to ask you again, Bach, and you listened to it. Why did he slide?
Yeah, I mean, I just think it was the whole the everything that is being Deion's son. I don't know if this necessarily helped. Going into the draft, it sounded like they were turning teams away. There were certain personnel that they were not interested in going to certain teams, and so they did not do well in the meetings there. I just think it's the cameras, the fact, and then the other thing is that, like I've said, there's kind of that negative side of Deion, right, where he feels like he's above the NFL process, and he can kind of control things, and so that could kind of seem in that light. But then there's what would normally be the positive side of Deion, which is he's a heck of a coach that's doing a great job at Colorado. But that can also be a negative if you're going to take his son, realizing that there's going to be calls from just about everybody. Any job opening that comes up, Deion's going to be one of the names that's going to be thrown out there. And if his son's playing there, his son's historically had success with Deion, and you're struggling with his son, then there would be calls for that as well. So I just think it was just the whole package was too much. It outweighed what they thought his potential help would be on the field.
Well, yeah, good way to run around that question, Bach. Great way. I don't think you ran around there. You didn't give us a straight. Why?
That's as straight as I can put it.
But let me ask you a question. Shedeur Sanders was the second best quarterback in this draft, allegedly, in your eyes, before all this stuff happened, right?
Yeah.
So then you tell me, how does a guy who was the second best player in the draft, quarterback-wise, slide all the way to the 5th round and goes to a team that drafts a quarterback?
That's why it's not on the field stuff. It's off the field stuff.
Okay, so when we say off the field, is it off the field getting in trouble?
No, not at all.
Oh, wait then. It's off the field doing what?
Carrying yourself like a man. Like when you go into these meetings with executives and you meet with this team that you're a culture changer. They already have the culture in their locker room that they want. They don't need you to come in and change anything. I need you to come in here and play quarterback. That's what I need you to do. Not change the culture of my team that my head coach already set up and that leaders on this team already has established. Now when they say that though, the flashy stuff. Now you come in, you see a kid with money who comes in already with not really a cocky attitude, because he's nothing like Deion. Deion is a different tight when he was getting recruited by the NFL.
I'm gonna give you an example of this. There was a player that came in super cocky at the University of Nebraska when we both was there. You know the name, receiver.
Yeah.
Who?
He's from outside of Lincoln somewhere.
He's from right here in Lincoln.
Yeah, I don't know his name right
J.R.
off.
Edwards.
Yeah.
J.R. Edwards
Yeah.
came in with that same type of, and
Didn't
listen,
work.
he was good. But guess what he did? He rubbed some big-time teammates the wrong way. And when you do that, you ostracize yourself from the bunch because you're saying you're better than these guys and you ain't even played one down in the National Football League. You're saying that you're going to come in like you did Jackson State and change the complexity. You're saying you're going to come in like you did Colorado, the worst of the worst teams, mind you, and change the complexity. Your father is not the head coach or GM at these schools. That ride of having, and listen, if I could only imagine if my dad was the head coach of the team, I'm going to get way more juice than y'all, whether you like it or not. I'm going to get all the latest and greatest equipment. Terrell might not get, he's going to get a lot, but I'm going to get it all. You understand what I'm saying? So when I'm asking that question, I think it's so much deeper, a little bit deeper than the surface of he did something wrong. Did he? What? His attitude? Was his attitude wrong? Because I remember Johnny Manziel. What was the other dude's name?
Baker Mayfield.
Oh my gosh. You remember how much stuff them dudes was talking crazy? Is it the jewelry? Is it because he got me? Nah, because that's what stopped me. I was like, oh no, I can't have this guy coming to my team showing these youngsters that go spend $150,000 on a necklace. Do I really want that? That's the question. And then I start listing some different things, and because that has came up, he's too flamboyant, right? He's too flamboyant. So, Bach, go ahead, and I want to get a couple other people's takes on what happened, because I think Boomer Assassin said it best as to what happened. You got it, Bach.
Why was the biggest reason Shedeur fell out of the first? They don't like that he's secure of who he is. He knows who he is. He doesn't come in there, kiss the ring, trying to fit in. When you're so confident in yourself, they don't want to see you like that. They want to see a rookie, whatever you need, coach, I'm do this. No, I'm here to play football. I'm here to win games. That's all he talks about. If you watched TV yesterday, everybody had the swagger yesterday. Everybody had them big chains on. Changes you don't want to see or they don't want to see. Everybody had them on. They was running around looking real confident, looking real flashy. Everything that the report's saying, stuff that you said you don't like, everybody was doing that yesterday. But I ain't hear no whistles about that. It's cool, though. I get what's going on. It's like they did the same thing to Lamar Jackson. The way he run the ball, the way he plays quarterback, the way he dressed, the way he acts, the way he talks, the way he got jewelry in his mouth or jewelry on his chain. They hated all that. And that's why he waited. But then once he came there, it's been Action Jackson, MVP, Lamar Jackson. Then everything's cool. I'm cool with everything.
No, that was Shady McCoy, LaShawn McCoy, giving his synopsis on that. That's not the one I wanted, but a good one. A good one.
I just think it's entitlement. You're expecting something that your dad did, but now you want it. It's just the way he handled himself. I mean, when you come into interviews and you're not prepared, you still have to be prepared. You still have to go through the X's and O's with these teams.
I thought he was just rude. I don't think it was that he wasn't prepared.
Look at Cam Ward. Cam Ward did everything he had to do.
Shedeur did too. He just was running his mouth.
Yeah.
But I think what you're seeing is the same thing you saw with the Tennessee quarterback. Not one player is bigger than the establishment.
Yeah.
Stop acting as if one guy can hurt an establishment, but be bigger than the establishment. It's not going to happen. And Boomer's going to tell you why.
They took him off. And they took him off because the owner said, take him off. I don't want that guy. Shedeur Sanders just torpedoed himself. His attitude off the field at the combine, his dad didn't help him either. You know, he was on podcast talking about, this is my son. If I can get him to where I want to get him to, I'm going to do that. But, you know, when you listen to this kid talk right prior or at the combine about if you want a new culture in your locker room, I'm the guy to do that. I can turn it around. I mean, he's very high on himself. And I think he was very off-putting to many coaches and general managers in the league. And I'm telling you right now, and I know this after talking to 3 different personnel people in the NFL this weekend, they didn't even have him on their board. They took him off. And they took him off because the owner said, take him off. I don't want that guy. I don't want this entitled person on our team. And I don't blame him.
And you know why this is happening? I'm going to tell you why.
I don't want this entitled player on our team.
No, not entitled.
That's what they said.
When you don't hire an agent who can go talk for you, who can send stuff in for you, you got to have an agent. You can't walk into an NFL draft.
The agent was Deion.
That's not an agent.
That's the problem.
That's the problem. Two talkers.
When was the last time
Deion Sanders played?
Well, when was the last time when Deion Sanders was his last contract? They didn't have the same contracts they got now 25 years later.
Yeah. Well, still, you need an agent who can talk.
Do you blame
the agent talks to talk?
Would you blame your dad? You was running your mouth. Would you blame your dad because he didn't tell you to shut up?
No.
Okay. 93.7.
Blame myself.
They're riding together. They're dying together. And they just died. Maybe he'll get back on time. 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth. 93.7 The Ticket.
You grew up on cereal for breakfast and you graduated into drinking coffee at some point as an adult. Now there's a place in Lincoln where you can stay caffeinated but eat like you used to. Control Coffee and Cereal Bar brings Saturday morning vibes to every day with locally roasted specialty coffees, Lotus energy drinks, and tons of breakfast cereals with toppings. And did we mention they have video games to play while you're there too? Control Coffee and Cereal Bar open 7 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. on the weekends at 15th and Pine Lake.
Select Plumbing and Utility has been serving Lincoln and the surrounding area for 14 years, and they're not slowing down. Select Plumbing and Utility handles all your plumbing needs from faucets and water heaters to full renovations, and they can even help with your heating and cooling needs. They're also Lincoln's underground experts, repairing and replacing broken underground water and sewer lines since day one. Contact Select Plumbing and Utility today at 402-560-6197, assuring excellence in every situation, opportunity, and challenge. That's 402-560-6197.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Get ready for spring by joining an evidence-based program to improve your health and well-being. These programs use proven strategies to help you make lasting changes, whether it's boosting nutrition, increasing activity, managing stress, or enhancing wellness. Invest in yourself today and feel your best this spring and beyond. Paid for by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for hosting? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and the close to a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you consider throwing a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Nebraska Veterans Aid is here for veterans and dependents facing unforeseen financial emergencies. Get assistance with food, fuel, shelter, clothing, transportation, and even funeral and medical expenses. If you're a veteran facing a financial emergency, apply for Nebraska Veterans Aid through your county veteran service officer. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/NVA. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call today at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Billy Currington is back on tour. Friday, June 13th, Pinewood Bowl Theater at Lincoln's Pioneer Park. Live in concert. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
This is 93.7 The Ticket.
Look at me, sure. Look at me, sure. I'm the captain now.
Three-time national champion Vershan Jackson.
Touchdown. Vershan Jackson, number 34, gets the touchdown.
Husker Hall of Famer Terrell Farley.
Defending Terrell Farley, who last week in his first start was a holy terror, number 43.
And Jake Bockoven. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Powered by Bauer.
Yeah. 93.7 The Ticket. Captain Show. Power. By. Bauer.
Infrastructure.
Bauer.
Underground.
Brand.
Excavated.
I'm with
The Black Shirt.
and Bach. Listen, and I wish I could get an NIL deal with Adidas. This just in, hot off the presses. This is not off the presses. You just totally pulled me out like you didn't have any sense. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is the part of the show, folks. Ladies and gentlemen. This is the part of the show that I'm talking about. When you get rookies in the studio, we get 6-7 minutes between the break, Terrell. 6 or 7 minutes. How come you can't get this stuff situated during the break?
First of all, sir, you pull the stuff out on my side. You have your own side. I have my own side.
Don't blame me.
You're blaming me for something that I have no control over.
I didn't touch anything. I drew it.
It's not my fault that something's not working. Okay.
I know, but you're doing it. You're doing it, and you're bugging me right when we coming back. I don't want you to be doing it. I want you to be ready to go. You messed my whole take up. What was I talking about before I got rudely interrupted by the fact that he wanted to unplug my earphone?
I think a potential deal for a certain quarterback.
Now, Dylan Riola signs with Adidas. How much do we think that's worth? $1 million a year? 500,000?
Tough to say because it depends on, what is he going to be involved in. If you get to the national commercials, then there should be a lot of money. If it's, kind of wearing Adidas around town, I don't know.
It can't be about wearing Adidas around town. They wear Adidas already.
Yeah, that's
what
true.
I'm trying to tell you. For him to say, forget it, okay, I'm not wearing anything else but Adidas. Outside my life at Nebraska, I'm wearing Adidas. I mean, it's probably, they'll probably give him $10,000 a month in apparel and a nice ticket. I remember Trev talking about wanting to use the Adidas as a way to do NIL. So use some of that Adidas money. It's coming to fruition. You're going to see more than that come and be a part, I guarantee you, of the Adidas family. I guarantee that. That's huge, though.
Yeah, part of the release too said Raiola will wear Adidas on the field and participate in a variety of brand marketing campaigns.
Of course.
So that's kind of what you're looking forward there. They said we're looking for that next generation of elite athlete, and Dylan certainly fits the bill.
All you had to do is hit that 3-pointer from 50 yards out.
There you go.
Next thing you know, we got NIL deal for Adidas. They can't miss that one.
I think there's got to be, and it depends on if they wait until he, breaks out. Hopefully that's this year. But I think at some point we're going to see a Dylan and of course Patrick Mahomes, another one of their athletes, some sort of commercial with them together, I would assume.
By the way, I recorded that. You guys want to get during the next segment? I don't want to give it to people because I don't know what I said on the dang thing. But I recorded. I was right there, and I recorded him making that too. So maybe you can get it from my vantage point.
And he's supposed to hit the field goal post after that, but everybody's celebrating.
That was over. Coach Rule called it. It was over with. How can you do anything other than that? If he hit the goalpost, it wouldn't have been more magnificent than him making a 3-pointer from 50 yards away.
No, with the football.
With a football. Even with a basketball, it would have been impressive.
Yeah, right.
But a football is way more impressive if you ask me. So, that's just now. I was right before the break. I asked a question. You guys remember what that question was, or I made a statement? You don't. Hello.
No.
Polly want a cracker? Is the caller there, as Donahue would say? Terrell, you alive? You well?
Mm-hmm.
Well, do you remember what I said?
No, I don't.
Man, he said that with a lot of aggression.
Yeah, I do. I did.
Why do you think you get angry so fast?
I'm not.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So we was talking about Shedeur, and I don't want to keep on beating a dead horse, but I do want to close this down. Sometimes when you are walking into a different situation, you have got to learn how to be humble and shut up. And I think that Dad should have known that that's what's going to be the outcome of him saying some of the things. I sent back another clip, and the clip was of Deion Sanders saying, "Oh, I know what's best for my son, and I know where he's going to go and who he ain't going to play for." And guess who was one of the teams? Cleveland. Cleveland. Where is he at? Cleveland. So I think sometimes when you have opportunities, you need to make the most of them by closing your mouth and accepting your opportunity and not really making a big fuss out of it. I think until you get there, he's going to have an opportunity to get better. It's just going to take him a lot harder road to get there. Okay, I'm done with that. All right, Terrell.
I'm just look at this on Instagram right here. They showed the winging contest.
Yeah, they did y'all bad though. They did y'all dirty.
Why you say that?
Well, because y'all had to stand up, and y'all wings looked like they weren't cooked all the way down.
Yeah, it was cold.
Little cold wings. They couldn't let y'all win. You know that, right?
All right. These headphones are driving me crazy. But
you'll get them next segment.
Bock, I'm gonna say a name. Vershan, you know this name. Donovan Edwards.
Okay.
Running back from Michigan.
All right.
Highly recruited out of high school. Supposed to have been a first-round draft pick. Came back to school. Snubbed. Free agent.
Well, when you say came back to school, you mean he came back?
Came back for another year.
At Michigan.
At Michigan. I don't even think he was draft eligible the year before, but it's just these are some names that really got snubbed by the NFL.
Where'd you think you thought he should at least got drafted?
Donovan Edwards?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's pretty. He had a good when the other guy was.
But it's these measurables though. When you get to the NFL, it's measurables. Is he the right measurables? Is he a great third down back? Is he a great first down back? What's his measurables? Why is he a guy that the NFL would invest that type of money into? Not that he wasn't the guy, but what was the guy's name? Number 2, we built a relationship with. What's his name, Bach? That we running back when we went to
Blake Corum.
Yeah,
where is he at?
He had to sit out basically last year, I believe.
Why in the NFL?
Yeah, but he was in the NFL.
He was hurt.
No, he played. So he played 58 carries. He was with the Rams for 207 yards.
Didn't do much. Wasn't he a second round draft pick? What year? What round? Second or third?
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Something in there. He was second or third. My point is, those little itty bitty dudes, and you know that dude was little. I'm talking itty bitty.
Well, Donovan Edwards was 6'1", 212.
Well, there's no reason for him not to have gotten drafted. Something's going on behind the scenes that we don't see. Maybe he's a rah-rah guy. Maybe Deion Sanders is his uncle.
Well, his career did not go as well, at least this past season, as what maybe he wanted to. Remember, he was the cover athlete for the video game coming into the year. And then this past season, he only ran for 589 yards.
Oh, did it say how many carries?
5.5.
Yeah,
how many in the
128.
past 2
128.
128 carries?
Yeah.
Average 5.5 a carry?
This year he averaged 4.6.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. My point is he's not there's something for him to be that size, and if you say he's that good, there's no reason why the NFL. There was like 5 or 6 backs gone in the third round easy. Maybe more. Matter of fact, might have been 7.
Isaiah Bond, University of Texas.
Receiver?
Yeah.
Free agent.
Free agent.
By the way, Donovan Edwards is the first cover athlete on the video game
to not get drafted.
Since of Power 5. Since who?
Give us the initial.
Well, it's just one you should know. Put it that way.
Tommy Frazier.
Tommy Frazier.
Oh,
been a while.
Good job, Terrell.
Nick Nash. Now, if you don't know who Nick Nash is, Nick Nash led the nation in receiving at San Jose State.
He came out early, didn't he?
I don't know about his he coming out early.
He's 24 years old.
Yeah,
he's not. I thought he had another year, and he went free agent.
Yeah, well, he's 24 years old. Yeah, so I'm gonna tell you his game stat. This is his stat. I think he's signed with
what size is he?
6'1", 184.
There you go. That tells you everything. He's not fast. He's better. He's not. If he ain't a 4'3" dude, 6'1" at receiver in the National Football League, you better off being 5'8" like Tariq, or 6'4". 6'1", 185 is not gonna get it done. I don't think. I mean, how big was Trey Palmer? 195? 6'1" maybe? But he was electrifying, man.
104 receptions, 1,300 yards, 16 touchdowns. Good season. 6'3".
San Jose State, bro.
San Jose State.
There you go. Competition.
All
Obviously, he didn't do well in his pro day.
Jay Higgins.
Linebacker.
Yeah.
Iowa.
Jay Higgins didn't get drafted because
I told y'all.
Now listen, great.
Ran a 4.8.
Nash. Now, Ty Robinson. 40 time is faster than Jay Higgins. But
he killed himself on the 40. He destroyed himself because he ran. If you can't beat a defensive lineman, man, you could be good, but you slow.
Yeah.
Do they say what he ran? 4.9, 4.85?
4.82.
He ran the same time. I think he'll stick, though.
Higgins was a unanimous All-American.
Where'd he go? To Pittsburgh? What team? What team?
Hold on, let me look it up.
Yeah, look it up and see what team he went to, because whoever gets him is getting a steal at free agent, bro.
Yeah, they're
are getting a steal, man. All those guys you just named, all steals.
He's with the Ravens.
And you know the Ravens love linebackers. That's a steal. I can't believe he's even here.
We got two guys at the Ravens, though. We got Nash and who else?
Yeah, at least Nash.
Yeah, it's two guys at the
Nash
Ravens.
and
Receiver.
I think
Nair or
Banks.
Yeah.
Man, anybody else on that list?
Yeah, it's some linemen on there.
Bryce Benhart get picked
Howard
up?
Cross the third.
I don't know that name.
Well, his dad would be Howie, wouldn't it?
Cross?
Yeah.
What that got to do with anything? It's not like it's Howie Long.
Nazir Stackhouse was a big name in Georgia. He got snubbed. Let's see who else.
That's it.
No, that's a lot. Seth McCullum, Ohio State offensive lineman. There's just guys we don't know. Like, you know the guys like Donovan Edwards, Isaiah Bunn, and Nick Nash. But, these guys got snubbed, so it's not like Shedeur was the only person who got snubbed. Got All-Americans, too.
All right.
Brady Cook, Missouri quarterback.
He didn't go, no. He free agent?
Free agent.
The NFL's getting tougher. You know what the NFL stands for, Bob?
Not for long.
Yep, not for longer if you keep on messing up. We'll be right back, 93.7. The Ticket.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system.
Nebraska Veterans Aid is here for veterans and dependents facing unforeseen financial emergencies. Get assistance with food, fuel, shelter, clothing, transportation, and even funeral and medical expenses. If you're a veteran facing a financial emergency, apply for Nebraska Veterans Aid through your county veteran service officer. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/NVA. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see lots of sunshine with a light breeze. An afternoon high near 67. Tonight, a chance of showers late, otherwise partly cloudy and a low near 46. And tomorrow, a chance of showers throughout the day, otherwise mostly cloudy with a high near 66. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Advanced Medical Imaging is the largest radiology group in Nebraska, located in Lincoln at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard. At Advanced Medical Imaging, they utilize state-of-the-art technology and blend it together with their compassionate, skilled team to guide you through every step. Whether it's an MRI, CT scan, or X-ray, their precise diagnostics help your doctor deliver the best care plan for you. Choose clarity and comfort in your life by choosing Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard and online at amimaging.com.
Billy Currington is back on tour. Friday, June 13th, Pinewood Bowl Theater at Lincoln's Pioneer Park. Live in concert. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Big Brothers Big Sisters is bringing back Bowl for Kids' Sake. Create a team, raise donations, and join the bowling celebration at Sun Valley Lanes and Games on May 2nd. Every contribution helps to create and support one-to-one mentoring relationships for Lincoln's young people. Learn more and register today at bbbsmidlands.org under the Events tab. Big Brothers Big Sisters, igniting the power and promise of Lincoln's youth for over 50 years.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage door sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, a realignment, or even a new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at DoorsPlusLLC.com or give them a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus, garage doors and more. Fight fans, May 3rd, Dynasty Combat Sports hosts the first bare-knuckle boxing bout ever at Pinnacle Bank Arena, pitting Lincoln's Tower Robinson against McCook's Thomas Thatcher. Additionally, MMA bouts will see champion Nate Morrow battle Nebraska City's Brett Minner. University of Nebraska wrestler Tyler Berger makes his pro MMA debut, and Hunter Green takes on Husham Zadow for the amateur featherweight title. Also, professionals Brady Minner, Sean Lindgren, Justin Weaver, and the debut of another Nebraska wrestler, Bubba Wilson. 16 fights are scheduled Saturday, May 3rd at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Fight cards subject to change. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or at the Pinnacle Bank Arena box office. Cinco de Mayo is May 5th, but the party starts early this year at Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina with their street festival on Saturday, May 3rd. Come down to 8th and Q starting at 1 p.m. on May 3rd and see llamas from Sweet and Sassy's Llama Farm until 4 p.m. and enjoy face painting and balloon animals with Miss Shades at 2 p.m. DJ Wyatt will entertain from 6 to 10:30 p.m. There will be drinks, food, and giveaways, and best of all, no cover charge. It's the early Cinco de Mayo Street Festival with Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina, Saturday, May 3rd, beginning at 1 p.m. at 8th and Q in the Haymarket. Cinco de Mayo is May 5th, but the party starts early this year at Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina with their street festival on Saturday, May 3rd. Come down to 8th and Q starting at 1 p.m. on May 3rd and see llamas from Sweet and Sassy's Llama Farm until 4 p.m. and enjoy face painting and balloon animals with Miss Shades at 2 p.m. DJ Wyatt will entertain from 6 to 10:30 p.m. There will be drinks, food, and giveaways, and best of all, no cover charge. It's the early Cinco de Mayo Street Festival with Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina, Saturday, May 3rd, beginning at 1 p.m. at 8th and Q in the Haymarket. Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call today at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
The end of the school year is drawing near, which means graduation parties are coming soon. Are you prepared for hosting? Führer's Cheese Spread is the dip that brings everyone together to celebrate graduations and the close to a great school year. And it goes well with crackers, meats, soups, and more. How could you consider throwing a party without it? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Führer's Cheese Spread. No graduation party is complete without it.
Back with Vershan Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I just may. Talking about a 4.8. The text line, don't disrespect me.
Tummy heel.
Never in my life ran slow. 4.8, you are tar slow. I was a 4.76. That's about as slow as it's going to get with the V-Man.
Tummy Hill gets an invite with Baltimore.
Yeah, that's a free agent workout
invite.
You know what that means, right?
Yeah, you can go home the next day.
That's with the Vikings, by the way.
Yeah,
with the Vikings?
Yep.
How you be getting it wrong? Bro?
Somebody on the text line said,
don't read the text line.
Why not?
Because they ain't always right.
You're not always right sometimes.
There's some
you
bots. That's okay. There's some there's some bots or some people out there that be trying to trip us up. For whatever reason, they try to trip us up. Bach, you know who those people are?
Yeah, they're just entertaining themselves. They're trolls. They're called trolls.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
They're just trolls. Okay. Well, just don't always. Yeah. Who is it? Who gave us that information?
Cubster.
Who?
Cubster.
Well, I don't think he's a troll. I think
he just got it wrong.
Yeah.
Cubster's not a troll, but you made a mistake, so we got to put you in timeout, Cubster. We ain't gonna be able to read yours for the next 3 days. Okay, I'm just kidding. Come on.
I've got a few different things that might intrigue you. First of all, The Pac-12 conference has finalized its media rights contract deal for the 2025 season. ESPN and CBS Sports will combine with the CW network. Who doesn't like watching football on the CW network? To broadcast all 13 home games of Oregon State and Washington State, the two remaining teams in the Pac-12. The CW will broadcast the Oregon State-Washington State game on November 29th. That will be the second of a two home-and-home matchups between the schools in 2025. That's right. Oregon State and Washington State will play each other twice this year in their conference battle. So that's not the first time that's happened, by the way. Liberty and New Mexico State have played each other twice in 2018. UMass and UConn played each other twice in 1998, but it certainly is rare. Keep in mind, the new conference has added 6 schools via expansion, but that will be next year. So that's the media deal that they're talking about right now from 2026 to 2031. The future member schools include Boise State, Fresno State, Colorado State, Utah State, San Diego State, and Gonzaga, who will not obviously be a football school. They need to add one more football school to get that conference to 8, which would be the minimum.
Incarnate word.
What do you think about playing a team twice in the regular season?
I think it'd be fun. If there was competitive, it'd be fun.
Yeah.
It'd be fun.
I mean, like you do that with championship games, I suppose.
Now, if we beat the brakes off you, that'd be fun too, because we know we'd have we call it a stat game where you pad your stats. So I don't know.
Well, the good thing is just a 1-year contract. But who's gonna?
And what is CWO? Country?
No, CW.
What is that? Country Western?
It's a
network. What is CWO?
They play like teen stuff. I don't know.
Cartoon Network. What is it?
CW is like TNT without the good stuff.
Like Supernatural.
You guys gonna make me look up the CW Network now. Come on.
The Steve.
Come on now.
Let's see what's on there.
I think they show Family.
Is it CWO or just CW?
The CW.
CW.
So CW Network.
Yeah.
Is what you telling me.
It's a lot of like The Flash, the 100, like just kind of like sci-fi stuff.
It's a free
Superman.
network. Just say it's non-cable TV.
CW Sports. They got NASCAR Xfinity Series, WWE Next, Grand Slam Track, Pac-12 football. There you go, Bach.
Yeah.
Pac-12.
That's Washington State and Oregon State.
ACC football.
Hey, there you go. A little bit.
But it's re-air.
Oh, yeah. Well, that sounds about right.
ACC basketball.
All right.
Yeah. Exactly.
All right, Bach. Let's get this one, Bach. Bill Belichick, girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, is messing up Bill Belichick. He had an interview with a what was it, CBS?
Yeah.
And she butted in several times answering questions for him.
And directing him not to answer some questions.
Yeah. So the University of North Carolina is kind of frustrated or infuriated about what is her role with him.
Girlfriends.
But she's
his handler.
Yeah, handler is probably
she's
the
his
best
handler.
term.
Is it bad or good, Bob?
It's not great. It's somewhat of a bizarre world because we thought, throughout his tenure with the Patriots, that it would be like hard to get into his personal life at all, or would we be interested? He just kind of came off as a football guy that lives and breathes football. And now with this, I mean, obviously it's a little bit different. He's willing to do some poses on the beach, some jokes with his girlfriend, and I mean they posed one time where she was like a mermaid and he was catching her. He had his like fisherman suit on.
In case
he had one where he's laying on the ground.
Though, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen to this.
Yeah.
Listen to this. In case you missed it,
I did.
Belichick, 24-year-old girlfriend, was sitting off camera during the interview, and she jumped in to tell CBS correspondent Tony that Belichick would not be answering any questions of how the two of them met. So she jumped up and went right into the middle of the conversation, Vershan.
Well, but he gave her that juice.
We're not talking about this.
She's 70.
Hudson said from a seat
years
just
old.
next to the interviewer.
Do you think about this? If I'm 70-something years old and I got a 24-year-old girlfriend, it's because I'm paying her really, really well to hang out with me. That'd be the only way. You ain't getting ready. There ain't no 24, 25, 26, 30, nothing attracted to no 72-year-old man unless He has a $72 million bank account. And we know
Look at
Bill.
that right there.
We know Bill
What is
Belichick.
that? What kind of attraction is?
I just told you.
Sounds like we're hating though.
Bank
So
account.
we need
Age
to
is just a number, fellas.
Yeah,
Age is just a
we're
number.
hating. Now.
I don't
We're
care what
hating.
you say, Bach. If you 72 with money in your pocket, you can get that maybe. If you 72 with a regular Joe at home retired, ain't no way that young lady is coming to see you.
So
it ain't happening.
So if you're 72 and you get $1,500 a month on your Social Security,
You ain't she coming to maybe take care of you because that's her job. She ain't coming over hanging out with you answering questions. He probably liked the fact that she answers questions. He know how to answer. Bill Belichick is mean anyway.
Well, then the joke going around too was he had this old sweater on that had holes in it when he's doing it, like typical Bill Belichick style. But the joke was probably that sweatshirt was older than his girlfriend, and it could have been. Very likely.
I mean,
okay,
probably.
Now, here's one thing we didn't talk about. We need to talk about this because now Quinn Ewers should have stayed in school.
Who?
Quinn Ewers.
We've been said that he should have stayed in school.
Made a mistake. 7th round pick.
Should have stayed in.
Making $4 million. What he was making, Bob? About 3.4?
3.5, something like that. But it doesn't matter.
It'd be interesting because he would have to leave.
He could have went anywhere.
He could have went anywhere.
He would have been the face of college football.
Yeah, of course he would have. Ain't there's no way if I'm Quinn Ewers. Again, somebody gave them the wrong information. It's the same thing with Tommy Hill. Somebody gave you the wrong information, son. Stay in college. Make $4 million again. Get better at being a professional and then come out. But there's no way. Bach, no. Terrell, no. I'm telling you guys, son, stay put. Free money. Nope. Somebody said, hey, yours, you know you're not going to play here anyway.
He could have went to Tennessee.
He could have went to Tennessee.
Yeah, and got $4 million.
He wouldn't have got $4 million.
He's way better than Nico.
He got 2.5.
He's way better than Nico.
They don't got $4 million for a quarterback though.
Who don't?
How much do they get per team? What's the number? What's the number?
As a 7th round pick?
No, the $1 million, the $20 million.
20.1.
Oh, yeah.
But you still have NIL, the orange and blue.
Sure.
Yeah.
Right, I know, but if you give one guy $4 million, that means that you're all the way down to 16.
Oh, and that's not even for the football team.
That's
That
what
20 is for the athletic department.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying now, Bach?
Yeah.
You can't. There's no way that they can give this guy $4 million on a $20 million budget. That's for everybody. So you're going to give one guy $4 million. How much more for the rest of the guys on the football team? $1 million?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you figure there's probably like, let's say 15 of the 20 millions for the football team, you give 4. That's 11 million for the rest.
Yeah, it's not happening. I'm just simply saying. And then you haven't even talked about the other teams. You haven't talked about basketball. You haven't talked about baseball. You haven't talked. And Tennessee's good in baseball, basketball, all of that stuff. So I'm not buying that I would go that route.
No, they say Arch Manning estimate this year is 6.6. Now, if you could take away, just say hypothetically, Bob, he's making $4 million, which he probably is, because you know.
I can't wait to see this Arch Manning thing play out because it's kind of obviously very different, maybe personality so far. We'll have to see what Arch Manning does. He stayed in school, waited his turn behind Quinn Ewers. But this NIL era of college sports, the top NIL payment players, him included, are not guys that are making their money on the field. It's just who they're the sons of.
Yeah,
Arch Manning kind of falls in this Bronny James, Shedeur Sanders. These were the guys that were the tops of the NIL charts for the last couple of years, and it's because of who their fathers and their family was.
He has deal with Red Bull. He has deals with Red Bull, Pan America, EA Sports, Uber.
Arch Manning is, I'm telling y'all, he is a way better quarterback than Quinn Ewers. Way better than Quinn.
Well, I have to see him a full
way
year.
Better.
We say that, but I have to see a full year Arch
Yeah.
Manning. I'm not just going to say Arch Manning is the best quarterback in the nation
best
because
in
he
the
hasn't
nation.
proved anything to me yet.
Said he was better when he got his time to go in there when Quinn got hurt a couple times and he got into the game. He looked better than Quinn. The team moved down the field and they seemed to get behind him. better. That's what I'm saying.
Except against Georgia.
Thanks, Bach.
Two-time loser
Twice,
against Georgia this year.
twice.
Perfect
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
Perfect time. Go ahead and throw it the break, black shirt, you hater.
All righty. The Captain Show, 93.7 The Ticket. We'll be right back with the last segment of the day. Thank you.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Are you looking for an exciting new way to put your skills to work? Explore new career options in the fintech industry at Currency, a Sandhills Global company. We offer full-time positions in financial sales, compliance, operations, and other fields. We also offer a 4.5-day work week, an attractive benefits package, and opportunities for advancement. Put your motivation to work and grow with us at Currency. Visit gocurrency.com/careers to learn more.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call today at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in temperature-controlled high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for spirits and cigars. That's Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Cinco de Mayo is May 5th, but the party starts early this year at Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina with their street festival on Saturday, May 3rd. Come down to 8th and Q starting at 1 p.m. on May 3rd and see llamas from Sweet and Sassy's Llama Farm until 4 p.m. and enjoy face painting and balloon animals with Miss Shades at 2 p.m. DJ Wyatt will entertain from 6 to 10:30 p.m. There will be drinks, food, and giveaways, and best of all, no cover charge. It's the early Cinco de Mayo Street Festival with Tipsy Tina's Taco Cantina, Saturday, May 3rd, beginning at 1 p.m. at 8th and Q in the Haymarket.
Billy Currington is back on tour. Friday, June 13th, Pinewood Bowl Theater and Lincoln's Pioneer Park. Live in concert. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Fight fans, May 3rd, Dynasty Combat Sports hosts the first bare-knuckle boxing bout ever at Pinnacle Bank Arena, pitting Lincoln's Tower Robinson against McCook's Thomas Thatcher. Additionally, MMA bouts will see champion Nate Morrow battle Nebraska City's Brett Minner. University of Nebraska wrestler Tyler Berger makes his pro MMA debut, and Hunter Green takes on Husham Zadow for the amateur featherweight title. Also, professionals Brady Minner, Sean Lindgren, Justin Weaver, and the debut of another Nebraska wrestler, Bubba Wilson. 16 fights are scheduled Saturday, May 3rd at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Fight cards subject to change. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com or at the Pinnacle Bank Arena box office.
Your new Total Wine in Lincoln has the largest selection of wines, spirits, and beers, plus totally low prices and friendly service from our helpful guides. With over 8,000 wines, 4,500 spirits, and 2,500 beers, you're sure to find your favorites and something new. You can even order delivery, in-store, or curbside pickup. Find what you love what you find. Only at Total Wine and More. Now open in Lincoln next to Gateway Mall.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Vershan Jackson here for Bauer Infrastructure, a veteran-owned local company proudly serving Lincoln, Lancaster County, and the surrounding areas. Bauer provides quality work at an affordable price, and they're growing rapidly. If you want to experience a career with a fast-paced, family-friendly environment, visit BauerInfrastructure.com. They have top-of-the-line benefits, year-round work, even through the winter. Bauer, usher in the new era of infrastructure to an area near you. And as always, go Big Red!
Make plans to join 93.7 The Ticket and the Amon Green Foundation for the first annual Nebraska Esports Golf Tournament on Monday, June 9th at Wilderness Ridge. It's a four-man scramble starting at 11 a.m. that will feature former Husker greats, including Amon Green, Johnny Rogers, Niles Paul, Tony Davis, Adam Carricker, Vershan Jackson, and more, with great prizes and great golf. Sponsorships are also available. Email jake@theticketfm.com for more questions or sign your team up online at theticketfm.com. Early bird registration goes through April 20th, and overall registration goes through May 30th.
Nebraska Veterans Aid is here for veterans and dependents facing unforeseen financial emergencies. Get assistance with food, fuel, shelter, clothing, transportation, and even funeral and medical expenses. If you're a veteran facing a financial emergency, apply for Nebraska Veterans Aid through your county veteran service officer. Learn more at veterans.nebraska.gov/NVA. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Veterans Affairs, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Back with Vershan Jackson, powered by Bauer, on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
God always says a man who talks loud is a man who's scared.
I do not have to talk loud, buddy. I will jump on you quickly.
Whatever.
With the quickness. Box got some info for us that we got to bring to you guys this last segment that's very, very interesting.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ohio State is in Nebraska today to see rising 2027 Omaha Westside quarterback Braylon Warren throw. He's a quarterback out there fresh off winning the accuracy challenge at Elite 11. Greg Smith reporting that. Warren has received offers from Oklahoma State, Missouri, Kansas State, Kansas, Iowa State, Iowa, Illinois, Arkansas, and Cal. He's the son of Steve Warren, a former Nebraska player on the defensive line.
Champion.
Yeah, champion, all that included, but he does not have a Nebraska offer. That likely might be because Nebraska is awaiting on Trey Taylor, who's also, of course, quarterback from 2027. Seems to be their primary target, who has Nebraska, A&M, LSU, and Illinois among his Final Four, which he will announce here May 1st here in the couple days, and was in town for the Husker games. What makes this really interesting is this would be back-to-back years, of course, because Jet Tamala is an Elite 11 quarterback, or at least has an offer, is committed to Iowa State and never got a Nebraska offer up until this point because they've already got their quarterback for the class of 2026 in Dayton Raiola. So very interesting, as there seems to be a little bit more talent at quarterback position these last couple of years, or these upcoming years, in Nebraska, and some of them even having a connection to Nebraska, yet Nebraska off recruiting their quarterbacks elsewhere.
I'm just going to leave this one alone.
You should.
I'm going to let Mr. Omaha.
Your takes ain't good.
Mr. Omaha, you go ahead.
Your take's no good here.
Okay.
So, I'm not saying that Nebraska has to offer the kid a scholarship, okay? What I'm saying is this. It would be nice if he was courted. How do you know that Ohio State's coming to watch him throw? How do you know that, Bob?
So it was reported again by Greg Smith.
Did Nebraska watch him throw? Did they come on a private little deal and go watch him throw?
I've not seen any reports of that.
You know you're on video, right? You do know you're on video.
Let's go, man.
Seriously, though. I'm not saying that. I don't know what Nebraska is or ain't doing. I would imagine that they've got the people that they want to be in there. But I say it all the time. When you got guys in your backyard, young men in your backyard, you got to court them. That's what I think. I think you got to court them. You don't have to offer them, but you got to court them. Maybe they don't fit what you're trying to get done. Maybe they don't fit the mold. Maybe you got a guy that's better than them at that position. There's a lot of different variables. But I do think when it is in your backyard, you should be cordial with the guys that are in your backyard, not to mention the fact that Steve Warren is is a national champion. Steve Warren is an NFL veteran. And I think the respect should be due. You know what? Now that I thought about this, I hope that the people don't look at the former Huskers sons and think that, I'm going to say we, have the same mentality about our sons as Deion had about his. Because I think that's how sometimes they get treated. Right? Okay? That's all I'm saying. Sometimes the Nebraska sons get treated like Deion's son, even though we're hard workers and they'll do anything they can to help the team win. We still get categorized as that mentality, like we want something or you owe us something because that's my father. You know what? I wouldn't care if it was Terrell Farley's son, DP's son. It wouldn't matter to me. I would take a look at them and evaluate them all the same. And if you came back to me, Terrell, and said, VJ, what's up with my son? If I didn't think he was good enough to get a scholarship from me, you would respect me more because I would say, Terrell, son's got some great attributes. Right now, he doesn't throw it as accurately as we like him to throw it. I gave you a reason why. I didn't lie to you. I didn't say we didn't want him. I just said we hadn't offered him a scholarship yet because we don't think he's that accurate. Now I'm giving you something that you can go and work on with your son.
Well, Matt Rule's job is to put, Nebraska in the best situation to win. He has to put the best athletes on the field. Now, I'm not saying these kids are not the best athletes, but when you talk about quarterback, look, you already got Dylan Riola. You got TJ Lateef. You got Dayton coming in. You got the kid from 27 coming in.
Well,
you have a slim roster limit that's down to 105. So you have to tread carefully about what you get and how you get it or how many you get. Because if you mess around and get the wrong player, hey, now that's 104 you got, but you got to replace one more. But the thing I'm saying is, don't worry. Just go play your game, and the process will come to you. Don't worry about, hey, they're not here yet. I didn't have no recruit. I didn't have not one offer after my sophomore year after football season in JUCO. Probably 3 weeks later, Bob, I had 100 scholarships. So, just play your game and don't worry about what the other team is doing or who's not recruiting you, who's not doing that. Sometimes you have to go in a different direction to live your dream. You got to live your own dream.
Well, it's crazy because it's hard when you think of the class of 2027. What's college football going to look like by then? What's Nebraska going to look like? What's the quarterback situation going to look like? Think about Dylan Raiola after his sophomore year, which is what he'll be making this decision before his junior year. Trey Taylor will. So to that point, I think Vershan's right as far as you can at least court these guys, keep them in the conversations because these days, look at the quarterback draft this year. There were 13 quarterbacks taken in the NFL draft.
13.
2 of them stayed at the one school the entire time. Every other one of them, 11 of the 13, transferred at least once in college. So these relationships, you don't have to get them right out of college, out of high school. They don't have to be your plan after their sophomore year, but you'd like to stay in the conversation, like to stay in contact with them.
Ohio State, this is from 69-73. Ohio State already has a high profile quarterback committed for 27. Right, they just trying to stack up. That's what they do. Just because they come see you throw, that don't mean they're going to offer you a scholarship. They come to see a lot of kids, not just one kid. They're going to make a pit stop around whoever they see that they like in the Omaha area, especially in the whole state of Nebraska.
Well, especially, you don't hear of Ohio State coming here often.
Yeah.
You do not hear of Ohio State coming to Lincoln, the Omaha area often. But, of course, I hear it, but for them to come, to me, it's because the school, Nebraska being one of them, has not really stamped their name on the recruiting at home.
Well, Alabama came for Carter Nelson.
That's one.
The other kid, he was at Alabama. Did he commit to Alabama? What's the kid who committed to Alabama?
See, it's different.
The linebacker.
But listen though, Terrell, it's different.
Yeah, Christian. Well, he never was committed, but
yeah.
offered. Yeah,
but it's different when they're coming from Alabama, right? That's the SEC. But when they're coming from the same conference, That's disrespect. Who's the last player we got from Ohio on scholarship? I'll wait for it. Might take you a while. Might take you to tomorrow's show to
Tim
figure
Marlowe?
out.
I don't know.
To figure out Tim Marlowe. Think about that. And
I
Tim,
don't know
I'm
if
glad
that's
you
right.
said
Yeah,
that.
I don't
And
know.
Tim Marlowe, did he deserve that scholarship? Did Tim Marlowe deserve that scholarship?
I thought he played all right.
No, Bob, stop it. You know who played in the same time Tim Marlowe was. Tim Marlowe got that scholarship because of who his dad or his uncles were. Stop it. It had nothing to do. Tim Marlowe was a good athlete. Was he the best? Was he a top 5 receiver to come to Nebraska? Absolutely not.
No.
He never got a ticket receiver. Is it show?
Show's over.
Oh, no. It's just warming up.
For those wondering, too, yeah, Jamar Brown, who I know that was part of the show yesterday, he did not commit yesterday. So it appears there's a late another school involved in Cal who might have taken over the bidding there for the running back from North Dakota State who played his high school ball in Omaha.
See? You said where? What school came in on the bidding war?
Cal did. Cal is now the favorite to land him, according to Pete Nakos of On 3 Sports.
Yeah, it's just all about the money. Show me the money. Yeah, I knew the song, didn't he? Show me the money. Show me the money. Show me. You got that song? Can we play that song? I'm just playing. Thank y'all for riding with us fast 2 hours in radio. Terrell, what do you got?
Nothing.
Call of Duty.
Nothing.
You going to rest?
Nothing.
You got to go to work.
Leave me alone. Nothing.
Bob, what do you got?
I'm just looking forward to tomorrow's shows as we get into it. Lots going on in the sports world. I'll probably watch my Celtics get their series victory tonight.
Here we go. The Lakers don't come on until tomorrow night. We'll watch them go home. Go fishing. You talking about Lakers in 5. Stop playing that thing too.
Lakers in 7.
You're going to have to change that now.
Lakers in 7.
Lakers are out in 5.
Thank y'all for riding with us. Listen, I think we got Window World Wednesday, Heavenly Waffle Wednesday.
That's right.
It's going to be a Rock'em Sock'em Wednesday. You might want to come down to this station and get you some Heavenly Waffles because they're going to be going down. I can't wait. 93.7 The Ticket Style. I am the captain. See y'all tomorrow. Bob.
Your new Total Wine in Lincoln has the largest selection of wines, spirits, and beers, plus totally low prices and friendly service from our helpful guides. With over 8,000 wines, 4,500 spirits, and 2,500 beers, you're sure to find your favorites and something new. You can even order delivery, in-store, or curbside pickup. Find what you love what you find. Only at Total Wine and More. Now open in Lincoln next to Gateway Mall.
Drink responsibly, B21.
Billy Currington is back on tour Friday, June 13th, Pinewood Bowls Theater in Lincoln's Pioneer Park. Live in concert. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com.
Delicious, decadent, scrumptious, delightful. What other words can I use to describe something so tasty? How about heavenly? Chef Bob Haney created heavenly waffles to be incredibly fluffy, packed with protein, and loaded with a plethora of angelic toppings to elevate your experience beyond the typical waffle and syrup. Don't just take our word for it. You can experience heavenly waffles for yourself this Wednesday, April 30th from 10 a.m. till 1 p.m. only at the 93.7 The Ticket Studios located at 1040 O Street in Lincoln.
Fight fans, May 3rd, Dynasty Combat Sports hosts the first bare-knuckle boxing bout ever at Pinnacle Bank Arena, pitting Lincoln's Tower Robinson against McCook's Thomas Thatcher. Additionally, MMA bouts will see champion Nate Morrow battle Nebraska City's Brett Minner. University of Nebraska wrestler Tyler Berger makes his pro MMA debut, and Hunter Green takes on Husham Zadow for the amateur featherweight title. Also, professionals Brady Minner, Sean Lindgren, Justin Weaver, and the debut of another Nebraska wrestler, Bubba Wilson. 16 fights are scheduled Saturday, May 3rd at Pinnacle Bank Arena. Fight cards subject to change. Tickets are on sale now at Ticketmaster.com